Greetings, viewers. You're watching English news broadcast live from our headquarters in Asmara. It's 10:30 p.m. Saturday, October 2. Presenting your daily updates, I'm the reporter Mira Johannes, and here's a rundown of the top stories we're covering. Workshop to develop Nutrition SBCC manual concludes. Workshop on preserving intangible cultural heritage. U.S. officials apologized for the treatment Border Patrol agents gave Haitian migrants. Guinea coup leader Mamadi Doumbouya sworn in as interim president. And now we proceed to the details for the local news. The 3-day multi-stakeholder consultation workshop for the development of a roadmap for nutrition, social behavioral change, communication strategy, and manual organized by the Ministry of Agriculture in cooperation with Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN concluded on October 1, adopting various recommendations. At the workshop that was conducted at Asmara Palace Hotel, various topics were raised and discussed, including development of fish farming and nutritious food, role of UN institutions in improving recipes and food diversity, and related activities, role of the mass media in raising awareness of the public, designing strategic plan on nutrition, social, behavioral change, as well as other related issues. Dr. Eden Tarek, a chemist and food expert, said that the objective of the workshop was to create common understanding and develop a roadmap for nutrition, social behavioral change, communication strategy, and manual. Speaking to Arena, Mr. Banchi Said, Food and Agriculture Organization FAO representative in Eritrea, said that in line with the Sustainable Development Goals 2030, FAO's mission in the nutrition sector is to tackle malnutrition in all its forms by promoting feasible policies and actions across agro-food systems to enable healthy diets for all. The participants on their part conducted extensive discussion on the research papers presented and designed a roadmap and guidelines for ensuring nutrition, social behavioral change, communication. At a workshop conducted in Barantop on September 28, call was made for integrated effort to conduct scientific research and document the intangible cultural heritage in the Gashbarka region with a view to transfer them to posterity. According to a report presented at the workshop, Gashbarka region, which is resident to the 8 ethnic groups in the country, is rich with cultural and historic heritage, and that so far preliminary study has been conducted that could be stepping stone for further in-depth scientific study. Mr. Mohammed Faid, head of culture at the Department of Culture and Sports in the region, indicating that apart from those heritage that have been displayed at national festivals, called for scientific exploration and proper documentation with a view to transfer them to the young generation and contribute to the development of the tourism industry. Mr. Idris Saleh, Director General of Culture and Sports in the region, on his part, said that the preliminary study so far conducted will have significant contribution for conducting further scientific study and called on experts in the field to reinforce contribution in the effort. The participants conducted extensive discussion of the reports, presented and adopted various recommendations. The microdam constructed on 2019 in Mayhabar, Guinea subzone, reported that it is contributing in ensuring water supply both for the residents and livestock. Indicating that the microdam has collected enough water, the residents said they are able to get potable water in their nearby area without traveling long distances to fetch water. The residents also said that beyond potable water supply, the microdam is significantly contributing in the development of vegetables and fruits farming. In the related news, the residents of Mayhabar administrative area are conducting extensive water and soil conservation activities. Ms. Gabriela Gabraselassie, administrator of the administrative area, on her part said that owing to the ample rainfall of this season, the 13,000 trees planted around the microdam are in good condition. Mayhabar administrative area is one of the 17 administrative areas in Guinea subzone and is resident to more than 900 people. Coming up after our short break is your international news. Stay with us. Welcome back. U.S. officials apologized on Friday, October 1, for the treatment Border Patrol agents gave Haitian migrants on the U.S.-Mexico border. National Security Council Senior Director for the Western Hemisphere, Juan Gonzalez, during a conference in the U.S. Embassy in Port-au-Prince, said that he wants to say that all of them saw the images of the treatment of Haitians at the U.S. border and that it was an injustice, that it was wrong, and apologized to the people of Haiti. Gonzalez added that is not how border officials or the Department of Homeland Security behaves, and the Secretary of Homeland Security immediately, upon seeing those images, called for an investigation into the treatment of Haitian migrants. During the conference, U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for Western Hemisphere Affairs, Brian Nichols, also said the U.S. would cooperate with the Haitian government's investigation on the assassination of the former Haitian president. On Monday, September 27, U.S. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas reported that nearly 30,000 migrants had been encountered in the border area in the past 2 weeks. 2,000 of them were expelled to Haiti. Many of the Haitians arriving at the U.S. border had previously lived in Brazil and Chile, while others have transited through the South American countries. Mamadi Doumbouya promises that neither he nor any member of the military government will stand in any future votes. Guinea has sworn in Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya as an interim president who promised to respect the West Africa states' international commitments while transitioning to civilian rule. Doumbouya, who of President Alpha Conde on September 5 was sworn in on Friday by Supreme Court head Mamadou Sylla for a transition period of unspecified length. The new interim president spoke of his commitment that neither he nor any member of the military government would stand in any future elections that the military has promised to organize after the transition period. His administration's mission is to refound the state, he said, by drafting a new constitution, fighting corruption, reforming the electoral system, and then organizing free, credible, and transparent elections. He once again said nothing at the time of his swearing in about how long he will remain the interim leader. The new president also promised to respect all the national and international commitments to which the country has subscribed. The United States has surpassed 700,000 deaths from COVID-19, remaining the world's worst affected country with about 15% of worldwide fatalities. The grim toll, roughly equivalent to the population of the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., was reached late yesterday with an average of well over 1,000 people dying each day in a country where 55.7% of the population is now fully vaccinated. This is according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The last 100,000 deaths occurred during the time when vaccines, which overwhelmingly prevent deaths, hospitalization, and serious illness, were available to any American over the age of 12. After a heavily criticized early response, the pandemic, the U.S. organized an effective vaccine rollout with sometimes more than 4 million injections per day. The campaign, however, has since slowed considerably as a significant portion of U.S. citizens is still refusing to get the shots, just as the highly contagious Delta variant of the coronavirus tore through the country and sent the death toll from 600,000 to 700,000 in 3.5 months. That was all for tonight. Following is a review of our top stories. Workshop to develop Nutrition SBCC manual concludes. Workshop on preserving intangible cultural heritage. U.S. officials apologized for the treatment Border Patrol agents gave Haitian migrants. Guinea coup leader Mamadi Doumbouya sworn in as interim president. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.